Jason and JV, Starr Clark Tin Shop, Mexico, New York. Here we go.
A really interesting piece of history here.
Well, in the claims here, they've been saying that the claims activity happens during the day, during the evening, during the night. We will have to concern ourselves with some of the audio from outside, but I mean, claims are supposedly during the day, evening, and night. So I figured, why not check it out during the day?
Yeah, we may as well. We got some static cams set up, so we're good there. They'll continuously record for us upstairs, downstairs, and on the main floor. And in the meantime, we're going to be looking for some shadow people. We're going to be listening for some disembodied voices.
So JV and Jason should be looking for any shadows, because usually if you see a shadow, they're watching. That is a sign that they've been acknowledged and they're ready to interact. Recorders are, I have one going almost every single time as soon as I step in the door. EVPs, you can play it and you'll get something every single time.
We're also going to be listening for balls rolling on the floor upstairs, like a kid is rolling a ball across the floor.
We heard something roll from the middle of the floor to the front of the building. And we're looking at each other going, what is that?
So those are some of the things we want to watch and listen for.
All right, sounds good. So if there's anyone here, maybe Starr Clark or anyone else, we'd really like to talk with you. I know some of you might be extremely weary. That sounds like a door handle.
Yeah, I did.
Some of you might be extremely weary. Some of you might be extremely weary. That sounds like a door handle.
Yeah, I did.
I know some of you might be extremely weary of people like me, Jason, and my friend JV. But I promise you, you have nothing to fear from us.
Is there anybody here that can talk to us? Or at least make a noise to let us know you're here?
Car radio.
Yeah, that's one of the difficulties because we are so close to the road and it is daylight still. There's that door handle again. Yeah, that's one of the difficulties because we are so close to the road and it is daylight still. There's that door handle again. Yeah, that's one of the difficulties because we are so close to the road and it is daylight still. There's that door handle again.
Just did it again?
Yeah. That's twice.
Wow. The one that's here is a lever. It looks kind of dark when I get in here.
It sounds like the kind of handle that, you know, not a knob, but one of those like metal strips that kind of come across and latch.
Yeah, that's like, well, the only one I see is the one on the bathroom door. Like this. It's one of like.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. That's exactly what we're hearing.
And I want to be able to match it up to later. You ready?
Yep.
So we can take a listen to that.
Yep. Mr. Clark, are you here? A lot of Americans of African descent came through here looking for freedom. Many of you had to stay here hidden for weeks on end before you were able to get safe passage to Canada where you could live freely Have any of you been trapped here? Can any of you communicate with us in some way?
So if you look here, this kind of shows you a lot of the trails that the Underground Railroad would follow through this area. Let me turn this light off. So shows you where we're near. Yeah, this light's still there. Right? Whatever. All right, so it shows you where we're near. And how once they got past Lake Ontario, they were into Canada and they were safe. They were finally free, but... And you made a good point when we were talking earlier, Jim.
Something rattled or moved?
It sounded like a voice. But you made a good point earlier because you were saying that they could be already free citizens here, and all it would take is some bounty hunter coming through who said, "Nope, you're coming with me," and they could take them down south. And it's horrible.
Well, yeah, these bounty hunters weren't questioned. They weren't held accountable. So they'd come after the escaped slaves, but they'd also take men that were free and born in free states and did not have to be captured, and they weren't illegally doing what they were doing, and they would take them back south and auction them off as slaves again. So it was crazy, absolutely insane.
All right. So far, rather quiet.
We did hear some door handle movement.
We did.
You heard what sounded like a grumble. That's interesting too, his headstone, which was a picture of here. I don't know if you saw this, but the only thing it says about him is abolitionist. That's how important it was to him.
That's what he wanted to be remembered as.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he was born, and when he was born in 1793, his family owned slaves. So that goes to show that he grew up in a family that thought that that was the norm, but knew inside that it wasn't.
Yeah.
So then he dedicated his life to stopping that.
Yep. Mr. Clark, there are a lot of people that are very, very grateful for what you did and the long-lasting effects, how it turned into actual emancipation and freedom for the slaves. And we're here also to offer gratitude for that effort. What was it like for you during the time you were doing that? You must have feared for your life.
So this area of the building was the post office, where Starr Clark was the postmaster. You can see, so this building had multiple things going on. This area was the tin shop, where Mr. Clark created things for people, and probably for his store. This area here was the mercantile shop, the store. You could come in, buy dry goods and other things. And then below our feet and upstairs and other areas was the Underground Railroad. A man of many talents. Is there any pictures of him?
Is that him?
No, that's not him. It's
Oh.
Garrett Smith.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering the same thing actually earlier. I haven't seen any. If he died in 1866, it's rare there's any photography of just people before that.
I mean, we can go upstairs and check.
Okay. We're going to go upstairs, but feel free to communicate with us either up there or call us back down here if you want to.
So, Jimmy, what was the importance of a lot of the suits up here?
This is
The military.
primarily a tribute to residents of Mexico that served in the military. Obviously, there are uniforms from a variety of conflict eras. Looks like from the Civil War on up. I don't know if they're all native to Mexico, but there are labels on them. World War II. World War II has names. Rick Sherman. What's this one here? This is from the Mexico Academy.
Naval Academy?
I assume it was an Army Academy.
No. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that. I mean, remember, we have Lake Ontario
that's
right
true.
here,
Good
which
point.
you
Good
can
point.
you can access the ocean from.
Good point. So one of the things that's cool about this area is that it really, for some reason, given the Great Lakes and the way armies traveled early on, they used ships mostly.
Mm-hmm.
This area had to deal with the French and Indian War, which was an extension of the European 7 Years' War.
I investigated a bunch of the forts that dealt with that.
And that was between the French and the British, which both were colonists here. Then the War of 1812, which was the USA. Oh, let me back up. Then the Revolution, very important part of the Northern Campaign. Then the War of 1812. And then, of course, the Civil War involved everybody in the country. So really quiet. It just feels quiet, doesn't it? It's just like no energy in the air.
I'm not saying there's nothing going on here, but I'm just
Right.
saying it.
Right.
Not feeling anything.
We all know it doesn't happen on command.
That's right. I'm gonna switch over to IR before I head into that area.
And it's also difficult because any subtle noises we might not hear because of the traffic noises.
That's right. Is there anybody who'd like to talk to us? Or is willing to talk to us? It is so quiet.
This was an important room during your abolitionist efforts. It's okay to talk about this now because it's no longer illegal. But you met here, many of you, to discuss how you were going to help free escaped slaves and get them to freedom. This is where all the plans were made. This is where the work was done. This room must have a lot of importance to you. We've been told that it must be a car. We've been told this Victrola will play on occasion too.
Just randomly on its own?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Are there any other members of the abolitionist committee that might be here that can talk to us? We're friends. And again, you can't get in trouble for that anymore. We came a long way to meet you. Long way and a lot of days on the road. Because we heard what a very, very important person in history you are, and we believe it. Can you at least say hello to us?
Yeah.
That was something.
I heard that, but
Can you at least say hello to us?
yeah.
That was something.
I heard that, but
Can you at least say hello to us?
yeah.
That was something.
I heard that, but was that outside?
Think it was outside?
I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody, but it's tough.
It is tough, but that sounded to me like it was coming from the back, not the front.
You know what? I would agree with you. Mm-hmm. It's just there's so much contamination. Let me look. Outside window. Oh, I think it's somebody in back. I think there's a truck back there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Seeing somebody outside. Yeah, there appears to be a red pickup.
Yeah, that was there before, though.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't there when we first got here, but it was there before we went and took a dinner break.
Darn it. Then maybe that was something. I mean, we can
I mean, the good thing, not only do we have the audio that we normally have, we got some additional recorders running tonight.
Yeah. Put wireless audio out there. No, I mean, you're I don't see anybody outside. I thought that truck was new to the, I didn't realize it'd been there earlier.
Hello?
Switching back to IR.
We think we heard you. It's probably one of the most annoying requests, and anybody who's trying to contact you probably does it, but they ask you to repeat it just to be sure. I know that's annoying, but could you repeat it for us? Could we hear you again?
Yeah, okay. I heard that.
You heard it, right? I mean,
did.
there's a chance that's pollution.
There's a chance it's from outside.
Yeah.
I will say, strangely, this is the top floor, but it sounded like it came from above us.
Yeah, I did.
So,
I did.
yeah, okay. I heard that.
You heard it, right? I mean,
did. Yeah, okay.
okay, well, we'll have to examine that again. Thank you. If that was you, thanks. That's exactly what I was asking for.
You know, I'll put this down for a minute. I'm going to go walk out front. And I'm just going to look around, see if there's people walking around.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So I'm just going to put that there.
I thought I heard something there. I'm going to stand in front of this camera so we have a view. Did I just hear you again? Did I just hear you talking to me again? Were you trying to say hello again? If so, thank you. See, we're friendly. Don't have to be afraid of us. Can you knock on the wall like this? Don't have to do it that many times, but maybe once.
Does not appear to be anybody around here.
I heard something there. I don't know if it was a knock per se, but it could have been. I have to listen back to that. I hear footsteps. I hear footsteps, and it's Jason. Did you feel like someone grabbed you? Or?
I felt like a spider web. Felt like a string running down my arm.
What'd you see outside?
Nothing. There's nobody out there. I don't see anything. There's one guy in his truck across the street. His windows are up. He's sitting in his truck. But again, that's on the other side of the street.
Right.
So,
Could you hear me talking when you were out there?
no.
So it's unlikely we would have heard someone talking from out there.
Well, I mean, sound traveling in could be coming in more than going out.
Yeah, it's true.
That's so much louder out there.
That's true.
I will definitely say I heard the voices. So it's just tough doing an investigation on a main road.
Yeah.
It's a public
Night or
area.
day, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you always need to know that you're dealing with possible contamination issues, and that can really screw you up when you're trying to investigate. Because no matter what you catch, you got to wonder what's accurate.
Yeah. All right, well, this shouldn't mess us up. So one of the ways that we can communicate with you is I'll knock first, and then you get all the energy that you can muster and just make a knocking sound in reply. And then we'll know not only are you hearing us, but we'll be able to hear you. I'm going to knock a couple times. You only have to knock back once. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
You know what we can do? It's going to be dark in a few. So we can leave this camera rolling. Camera's downstairs, the audio. We can leave this house, have no human contamination, and go grab something to eat and come back in an hour.
Yeah, it works for me.
All right, then J and JV, and we're out. So now find a local place. There's a pizza place right across the street.
Works for me. I like that.